Rogue One is the story of the Rebels' first victory against the Empire. How Jyn Erso and her band of unlikely heroes stole the secret plans for the Empire's ultimate weapon, the Death Star. We know how that story ends, but even the biggest Star Wars fans might be surprised to learn these 6 secrets about the Death Star.
Look at him, he's heading for that small moon.
The Death Star is so large that Luke Skywalker first mistakes it for a small moon.
That's no moon. It's a space station.
The station's equator is comprised of numerous docking bays, all supported by powerful tractor beam emitters and guarded by turbo lasers. It's 174.56 miles in diameter and has 357 internal levels. As the Empire rose to power, Chewbacca and many of his species were forced into slavery, and while Chewie was freed by Han Solo, other Wookiees weren't so lucky, the Empire forcing many of them to work in the construction modules that built the Death Star. The Death Star had creature comforts that most military bases in the Empire did not. Recreation areas, cantinas, commissaries, and more. In its early phases of construction, designers laid out their plans for housing nearly 300,000 members of the Imperial military, and it would later come to house an additional 2 million personnel. The Death Star's super laser, capable of destroying an entire planet, is powered by a hypermatter reactor and focused through giant Kyber crystals, the same material that both Jedi and Sith use in the construction of their lightsabers. In addition to its super laser, the Death Star's surface was peppered with 15,000 turbo laser batteries, along with 768 tractor beam emplacements. As the station's defenses, these were installed in order to repel a large-scale fleet attack, rather than fend off individual fighters, which the Empire viewed as no real threat. What ultimately sealed the Death Star's fate was a massive design flaw. With the surface vulnerable to small-scale attacks, the Alliance was able to get their fighters close enough for Luke Skywalker to successfully fire 2 proton torpedoes at the station's thermal exhaust port, a 2-meter-wide opening on the surface that led straight to its reactor core. That blast caused a chain reaction and destroyed the station.
Great shot, kid, that was 1 in a million.
And that's 6 secrets about the Death Star.